Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And boy, what we had over the weekend, that hot and clear sunny weather, it translated into our Monday weather as well. We saw lots of sunshine out there today, a few fair weather clouds floating by, and temperatures once again well above normal throughout the area. This is a beautiful view looking down from our Sky-Fi Tower camera out at Rock Island. You can see the golf course there at the bottom of your screen, the Rock Island Pond, and of course the beautiful Columbia River. Seemed a lot more like summer today, didn't it? In fact, summer will begin the end of this week on Friday. So can you believe it already? The first day of summer, and it felt like it today, and it will continue to as well. At least over the next couple days, we will see dry and breezy weather for your Tuesday and for Wednesday. We're talking the Waterville Plateau right here in the Wenatchee area, also to our north in the Okanagan Valley, over in the Columbia Basin, and even down around the Palouse, we'll see some windy conditions. And any fire spread, that is a danger because of the wind speeds, 15 to 25 miles an hour steady speed, with gusts even between 25 and 35 miles an hour. And we'll talk more about the wind over the next couple of days a little bit later on in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A wind-whipped brush fire burned just over 5 acres near Manson Friday night. And the body found June 3rd in a burning vehicle in Okanagan County still has not been identified. But first, we begin tonight. 2 people were hurt yesterday in a two-vehicle head-on collision in Douglas County. The Orondo Firefighters Association posted some preliminary information about the crash on Facebook. It happened just before 8 p.m. Sunday on US 97. It's about 11 miles north of Orondo. Traffic was narrowed down to one lane for about an hour afterwards. Firefighters reported one motorist was treated at the scene and the other driver was transported to Confluence Health for treatment. Details are pending a report from the Washington State Patrol. A brush fire burned just over 5 acres near Manson on Friday night. The fire is believed to have been started by a transformer at about 10 p.m. in the 2000 block of Wapato Lake Road. Strong winds quickly spread the fire until firefighters from the Manson Volunteer Fire Department arrived. They later were assisted by crews from several other departments. There were no injuries or structures burned. The body found June 3rd in a burning vehicle in Okanagan County still has not been identified. Okanagan County Sheriff Tony Hawley said the coroner was able to determine the cause of the woman's death, but he said that won't be released while the investigation is ongoing. The body was found in the trunk of a burning vehicle on Frosty Creek Road south of Tonasket at about 4:30 p.m. A man seen leaving the area was found about 7 o'clock that night, about 2 miles away, near the Aeneas General Store. After displaying a gun, the suspect was shot at by a Sheriff's Department deputy and a sergeant. 37-year-old Lance Bowers of Tonasket was hit once in the torso. He was treated at Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee, then jailed. Bowers was scheduled to be arraigned today, but not yet for the death of the woman. The officers involved have been placed on administrative leave while the North Central Washington Special Investigation Unit investigates the case. Edgar Reinfeld of the Wenatchee Police Department, spokesperson for the investigation, said a .32 caliber revolver was recovered from the scene of the shooting, and because Bowers is a convicted felon, he faces a first-degree unlawful possession of a firearm charge in addition to 2 counts of first-degree assault. Coming up next, the dog found shot 3 times and left for dead near Beehive Reservoir earlier this month continues to show improvement, but still has issues to overcome. Voters in Chelan and Douglas County are being asked to approve a sales tax hike to pay for future service improvements at Link Transit. And in an effort to reduce fuels and limit the spread of wildfires, Chelan County Fire District 1 will let around 300 goats loose on hillsides behind the Broadview neighborhood of Wenatchee at the end of this month. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
At some point, we realized that value and practicality go hand in hand. A time when an unnoticed accumulation of items has become burdensome. These possessions still have value, but now lack usefulness. Donate your unwanted items to Goodwill and become a job creator. Your donations allow Goodwill to provide much-needed training to job seekers in our community, and that's pretty useful for everyone. Be a job creator. Donate. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
If you want to work in healthcare, choose the program that teaches the skills employers want. The Charter College Medical Assistant Program combines hands-on learning in the lab with convenient online learning, plus real-life experience with an externship. Classes start every 5 weeks, so you don't have to wait to launch your new career. Enroll with confidence, knowing Charter is institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, and be ready to work in less than a year. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
Welcome back. In another news, the dog found shot 3 times and left for dead near Beehive Reservoir earlier this month continues to show improvement but still has issues to overcome. Don Davies of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society said 2 of the 3 bullets have been removed.
Kane is, he's not totally out of the woods, but he's certainly doing better. He did have 2 of the bullets removed from his head. That was last week. And then he went home to medical foster over the weekend, and he's, trying to be active and just really showing that he's just got a lot of strength. And however, the 3rd bullet, which was in his shoulder, looks like it's causing him some problems. So right now we have him back at the veterinarian again and looking at probably removing that 3rd bullet. Sometimes a bullet, just like with a human, sometimes it's better just to leave them there than to do invasive surgery. It's not in any vital organs or bones or anything, but it is causing him some pain and discomfort and a lot of swelling. So we're going to probably have that taken out.
The Pit Bull Terrier mix, who has been called both Louie and Kane, also is recovering from a torn ACL that Davies believes he suffered trying to get away from the shooter. The Wenatchee Police Department is investigating, and Captain Edgar Reinfeld said he expects to release information on that investigation later this week. Voters in Chelan and Douglas County are being asked to approve a sales tax hike to pay for future service improvements at Link Transit. NCWLIFE's Steve Hare reports.
Link's manager, Richard DeRock, discussed the August ballot measure at Thursday's Wenatchee Valley Transportation Council meeting. The measure calls for a 0.2% sales tax increase to fund over 30 projects over the next 6 years in Chelan and Douglas counties. The increases will be phased in, starting with the 1/10 increase next year and the additional 1/10 increase becoming effective in 2022. In his presentation, DeRock said the buses can keep operating at current levels under the existing revenue stream, but he says it cannot pay for the expanded services that were requested by the community in 2 separate surveys. DeRock says Link provides about 3,600 passenger trips, or about 1 million riders a year. The measure comes up for a vote in the August 6th primary election. The increase would impact the average household about $24 a year in additional sales taxes. Steve Hare, NCWLIFE News.
In an effort to reduce fuels and limit the spread of wildfires, Chelan County Fire District 1 will let around 300 goats loose on hillsides behind the Broadview neighborhood of Wenatchee at the end of this month. Fire Chief Brian Brett says the goats will be allowed to chew away sections of hillside vegetation to help reduce those fire fuels. 28 homes were destroyed 4 years ago in the Broadview neighborhood during the Sleepy Hollow fire. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Arctic Refrigeration and Heating has been serving North Central Washington for 34 years. Arctic provides the finest heating and cooling air quality products for residential and commercial customers, along with prompt and professional customer service. Arctic also offers specialty services like custom sheet metal fabrication of ductwork, coil cleaning, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Arctic is available for emergency calls 24/7. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work. And I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck. You would load up your stuff. You would rent a storage unit. You would transport it. And finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you, we drop it off, then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Well, the last day of school this past Friday also marked the end of Wenatchee School District Superintendent Brian Flonis's career at the school district. Here is a tribute video to Superintendent Flonis created by Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center student Seth Gamble during his employment with Digital Media Northwest. Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to those details, let's take a peek outside our very summer-like weather window today as we look down at the beautiful Rock Island area and one of my favorite spots, the Rock Island Golf Course. There's the new 9 across the road there. And beautiful day today. Temperatures almost summer-like today, well above normal, that's for sure, as we did see lots of sun and a few clouds out there. Temperatures not quite as warm as yesterday's 91 degrees, but we did get awfully toasty out there today, way above where we should be for this time of year. High temperature unofficially in the Wenatchee area today did get up to 89 degrees, as I mentioned, well above where we should be for this time of year. 78 is our normal high, well above for our normal low too. 69 degrees our low this morning, 55 is where we should be. I looked at the thermometer about 7 this morning, 73 degrees at one point. Unbelievably nice start today. Record high 1961, it was 105 degrees, toasty one back then. Our record low in 1981 at 44 degrees. Sunrise this morning 5:03, sunset now right on the money, top of the hour at 9 p.m. Let's take a look at that surface loop and show you what we can expect over the next 7 days. And we're going to start off with our windy map because we are going to see plenty of wind over the next 48 hours. It's kicking up a little bit out there today, tonight. Keep in mind the pinks and the reds are where we are really going to see some wind. Look at all of this wind back into Tuesday, back into the Rockies through Idaho. And here we are right here. We are going to see winds 15 to 25 miles an hour out of the west on Tuesday. Wednesday, not much better. In fact, we'll see a steady wind 15 to 25 and even gusting up to 30 miles an hour on Wednesday. Here's our wind chute all through the western United States. And once again, here we are in north central Washington. So expect a very windy next couple of days, both Tuesday and Wednesday, before things get a little bit better on Thursday. We'll see mostly sunny skies. Some colder Canadian air will ride down the front side of this ridge, and we will see much, much cooler temperatures beginning Thursday. In fact, below normal as we move into the end of the week. Mostly sunny and mild for Friday, though. A few thunderstorms maybe up in the mountains of northeast Washington and over into the panhandle of Idaho. Saturday, things look nice as we get into the upcoming weekend. Mostly sunny and warm. Should be a beautiful day on Saturday. And then for the first time in a very long time, we're going to talk about the chance for a rain shower, and that'll be on Sunday. Partly cloudy skies to end our upcoming weekend with that 20% chance of showers. Boy, we could sure use the rain out there, that's for sure. We'll have to wait and see kind of how that develops throughout our work week and as we move into the upcoming weekend. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight we will drop down another mild one, 62 degrees our overnight low, 84 for Tuesday your high temperature, sunny. Remember, windy conditions. We're going to see wind as well on Wednesday. The big news though, much cooler temperatures all the way down to 74 for our high on Wednesday. 73 for Thursday will be our coolest day, and then we'll slowly warm back up to where we should be for this time of year by Friday. 79, and the weekend, as I mentioned, it looks pretty darn nice. 81 Saturday with just a chance for a scattered shower on Sunday. High temperature then at 80 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Dear Mary Maids, just got home from a trade show and I didn't have time to pick up the house. Kids made chili. Jeff did a mud run. Oh, and Winston shredded Teddy's bed. Again, please clean it the best you can. Oh, except for the statue Max made for me. Thanks, Abby.
Hi, Abby. Clean kitchen, clean bath, clean floor, naughty cat. Poor Teddy. The statue is precious. You should keep it forever. See you next time, Mary Maids.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
There's a little girl fell in the lake in Rock Island.
And how old is she?
I don't know. It's just a little girl with her brother.
And they're saying that they can't get to her?
Yeah.
Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house, fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
I am Dan Coots. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We got news, we got sports, we got weather, we got obscure holiday today in history and birthdays. Those actresses from the 70s that I had a huge crush on: Lindsay Wagner, Jane Russell, Meryl Streep, Barbara Bush. Wanted to wish her a happy birthday. It gave me an excuse to throw her picture up on my show. Exclusive distributors of Life Water, now available in the shatterproof plastic bottle.
Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, mornings at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Wenatchee erased an early 7-run deficit and handed Walla Walla its first loss of the season Sunday by a score of 11-10. The game had all the earmarks of another loss when Wenatchee starter Keegan Romig couldn't get an out in the first inning, allowing 4 runs on 3 hits, a couple of wild pitches, and a hit batsman. But in baseball, you can never judge a game by its first inning. Trailing 7-0 in the fourth, Wenatchee began its comeback with a 4-run inning highlighted by Cody Colden's 2-run single. After Ryan Altenberger's RBI triple in the fifth, the Apple Sox struck for 4 more runs in the sixth to cut the Sweets' lead to 10-9. Then in the seventh, Quinn Ayers stepped to the plate with 1 on, nobody out, and a 3-2 count.
12 pitches in this inning so far for Dimmick Wood. Full count with his Sweets only up by 1 and the tying run in scoring position. Sox bat in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here comes the payoff pitch to Quinn Ayers from Dimmick Wood. Swung on, hit the other way, down the right field line. That ball is back. That ball is gone. A 2-run homer for Quinn Ayers. For the first time today, the Apple Sox lead. They come all the way back. His first of the season. Into the jet stream and right, and Wenatchee is wild right now. He uses a starter a lot this past year, but this is his 5th appearance of the season, or 7th now for the Sox, all in relief. The 1-1 to the left-handed hitter. A tapper, first base side. This might do it. Gobbled up, flipped to Shire, and he'll stop on the bag. What a win for the Apple Sox today. Down by as many 7. They rally back to get the win. It's Wenatchee 11, Walla Walla 10.
Well, the Wenatchee Apple Sox certainly had a great Father's Day on Sunday night at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. They were down as many as 7 runs in the series finale against the Walla Walla Sweets, but rallied back to win 11-10. Quinn Ayers hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Landon Shire tossed 2 scoreless innings, striking out 4, including the side in the 8th inning. The Sox pick up the win and get the series finale against the Walla Walla Sweets. They're off Monday, but take on the Port Angeles Lefties in Port Angeles starting Tuesday night through Thursday, each game at 6:35 p.m. With your Apple Sox report, I'm Joel Norman.
Thank you much, Joel. The Apple Sox improved to 4-8 with Sunday's win, handed Walla Walla its first loss of the season in 9 contests. Also, on the West Coast League scoreboard on Father's Day, as we open up the Les Schwab scoreboard, Troy Viola went 4 for 6 at the plate with a 3-run home run to lead Bellingham to a 19-2 blowout win over Yakima Valley. Bells exploded for 8 runs in the 5th and another 7 in the 8th to improve to 8-4 on the season. Tavita Gerber and 2 relievers held Cowlitz to 1 run on 3 hits with 7 strikeouts as Corvallis shut down the Black Bears by a final of 6-1. Steve Ramirez hit a walk-off single in the bottom of the 9th inning to score the winning run as Ridgefield knocked off Port Angeles by a final of 8-7 Sunday. Also, Jake Jarvis hit a 2-run double and Darren Johnson earned a bases-loaded walk in a 3-run 5th inning. Ben shut out Portland 3-0. Nick Hernandez and 3 relievers held the Pickles on a 2-hit shutout as the Elks improved to 5-3. Tyler Grissom's walk-off leadoff RBI double in the bottom of the 11th helped Kelowna edge Victoria 4-3. The win helped the Falcons salvage the final game of that three-game series. Well, Yakima Valley went into the weekend with the lead in the West Coast League North Division. They emerged from the weekend in a three-way tie for second. As we check the standings, Bellingham sits in first place after a weekend sweep of the Pippins at 8-4. Yakima Valley, Port Angeles, and Victoria all tied for second at 6-5. Wenatchee fifth place at 4-8, while Kelowna is in last place at 2-7. Well, turning to baseball of the Major League variety, Kyle Seager's two-run double and D. Gordon's RBI triple highlighted a four-run eighth inning as the Mariners came from behind to beat Oakland 6-3 yesterday. Mike Leake earned his sixth win of the season, going 7 innings, allowing 3 runs on 7 hits with 7 strikeouts. Malik Smith was 2 for 5 of the plate, including a 2-run home run, as Seattle took 2 of 3 from the Athletics over the weekend. Mariners are back home tonight for the first of 3 against Kansas City. Tommy Malone, former Apple Sox, is getting the start for Seattle against the Royals' Danny Duffy. First pitch coming up at 7:10. Well, checking the Les Schwab scoreboard in the American League West on Sunday, Jesse Winker had a 2-run home run and went 4 for 5 at the plate with 5 RBIs to lead Cincinnati past Texas 11-3 in interleague play. Brandon Lowe was 2 for 3 with a home run to lead Tampa Bay past the Angels 6-5. Mike Trout hit a 2-run home run for LA, his 19th of the season. Freddie Galvis led a 14-hit attack, going 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs as Toronto embarrassed Houston 12-0. Houston's lead in the West remains at 9.5 games over Texas. Oakland is 12 back at 36-36, while the Halos are 13 games back. Seattle 31-44, 18.5 games behind Houston. Well, Carly Lloyd scored 2 of the United States' 3 goals in a 3-0 win over Chile at the FIFA World Cup Sunday in France. Julie Ertz scored the other goal for the U.S. to improve to 2-0 in pool play. Sunday's win will help the U.S. clinch a spot in the round of 16 and send the Americans on to a Thursday game with Sweden with a chance to win the group. Finally, Gary Woodland held off a charge from 2-time defending U.S. Open champion Brooks Koepka Sunday at Pebble Beach to win his first major. The 35-year-old from Topeka, Kansas shot a final round 69 Sunday. His round included an incredible 3-wood on the 14th, a chip off the green to save par on the 17th, and then a dramatic 30-foot birdie putt in the hole on 18 for the 3-shot victory. Finally, Wenatchee Valley Skyhawks lost a close one on the road to Idaho Saturday, 38-30. The win improved the Horsemen's record to 10-0, while the Skyhawks dropped to 4-6. Wenatchee Valley will play at winless Tri-Cities Saturday night at 7 o'clock, playing indoor football. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
NCW Life channel is your home for local news, local weather, and events including live local high school sports. Watch inspiring local shows featuring local people. Don't miss Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Let's learn. Guada TV. Street Talk and other stuff. The 12th District. Life with Lisa. And the Arbiter of Stoke. NCW Life channel is your local TV station.
I'm looking out into the water, and what I saw was a small hood, looked like a cone, and it in fact was her hood. Floating on the water, going through my mind was, I hope she's in that jacket.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no-cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.